Hey everyone, it's Terry here and welcome to day 12 of our Lead to Lead program. You guys are doing so great. We're almost halfway done. We are coming into the weekend. Yay, it's Friday. I am so excited. You guys have been doing phenomenal and I'm so immensely proud of you. Now, I just wanted to touch on just a little thing here. When you do hit lead, when you do get that promotion to lead like Mark Lee did, keep going with this program. Just because you've promoted to lead doesn't mean you're done with this program yet, okay? There's a lot of information in this training that is going to not only help you not only promote to lead, but to maintain lead and get future promotions that will help you in this business. So when you have a rockin' start like she did, it's awesome. But keeping that momentum going and being consistent, working with your business and the things that I'm going to teach you are really going to help you be super successful. Okay. So one of the trainings that we're going to be talking about today is conversation starters. And the number one problem that consultants have in any direct selling company is they don't like to talk to people, or they are afraid to talk to people, or they just don't know what to say in order to have those conversations going. So today's training is all about conversation starters. Now, in the link in the description, you will see a conversation starter guide. I want you to go read that. That is going to be your homework. And I actually printed off a copy here. It's 4 pages. It's not a lot of reading, but it's really step-by-step valuable information that you need to know in order to overcome your fear of having conversations and how to have them in the proper way. Because there's a lot of things in direct sales that are bad, that give direct sales a bad name. And the way you come across can really affect the way you do your business, and ultimately can affect whether your customer stays with you, where you find new customers, and that kind of thing. So you want to make sure that you're having these conversations that are authentic and genuine. You're not pushy and salesy, because these conversations are not meant to be that way. You're not meant to spam people. That's bad. Don't do that. You're not meant to friend people you don't know, and you're not meant to message like 10 people you don't know. Don't do that, because when you think about it, is it something you would want somebody to do to you? If you aren't comfortable with somebody coming at you like that, then don't do it to somebody else, okay? So getting people to ask you about Scentsy and about your Scentsy business really comes down to what you are doing in your business. So the first thing I want you to know is, do they know that you do Scentsy? Do you have it on your Facebook page? Do you have a Facebook banner? Have you posted anything about Scentsy? And if you have, awesome job. Have you created a business page? Have you created a VIP group? Those are definitely good tips to do, because those are great places to have those conversations. Now, a VIP group, my VIP group, is specifically for customers that have shopped with me in the past, or my past hosts, people who would refer me to new customers. Those are people who are only in my VIP group. It's a secret group, so it isn't open to the public. And the only people that are in there are my customers, the customers that shop with me, people who've booked parties with me, and my customers who refer their friends and family. You only get in there by those 3 ways. Now, your business page, you can share that thing everywhere you want, and that's where you can find new customers as well. But having those conversations in order to start meeting new people, to actually starting conversations with your already existing people, to expand on that list of people that I had you start with, you have to actually talk to people. So, and that seems to be the biggest struggle in this business, is a lot of people don't want to talk to people. They don't want to bug people. They feel like they're pestering if they're talking to people. But here's some tips I'm going to share with you today. Okay. So in that link above, you're going to get this conversation starter guide. It's totally free. It's PDF. It's from my Google Drive, so it's yours directly, okay? Now you can just open it up and read it on your device. You can print it off like I did, because sometimes, your battery dies and you want to read it. When I'm doing things like this, I'd like to be able to kind of see it here as well. You don't have to print it if you don't want to. Okay, so getting people to ask you about your business. When someone shows an interest in your business, you have them hooked. They're already interested in what you're doing. And this really comes down to attraction marketing and the way you handle yourself. So when you're positive on your social media and you're not negative, so you want to not have any negativity whatsoever on your social media, because negativity does not get you the people that you really want coming to you for your business, okay? And to be honest, if you're negative, people will avoid you like the plague. There's no need to pressure them to buy or host or join, okay? These are authentic conversations that you can have with people that will get them asking you about what you do, okay? The key is to give them just enough information to make them ask for more. So here's the thing. In marketing, when you're doing postings and stuff like that, you don't want to give them a bunch of information. You don't want to give them the whole enchilada. You want to tell them a little bit to get them interested. That you want them to come to you to ask you, how much is that? Or I'm interested in more information about that. You want to give them just enough to pique their interest, but to engage them enough to have them contact you so that you can actually have a conversation with them, okay? All right, so step 1 is find an opportunity. Finding opportunities to talk about Scentsy is easier than you think. You just need to find out something about a person or chat about a situation. So here's some examples. Standing in line at the supermarket. I always go to the supermarket, and when I'm at the supermarket and I'm standing in line, I'll start up a conversation with the cashier. I'll have a smile on my face, like I'm not put out by being there. It's nobody's fault that I have to go get groceries, and it's nobody's fault that there's COVID pandemic, right? So I start having conversations with people, looking around and talking to people authentically. Let's see. Playing at the park. No, we can't do that right now either. But when you're at the park and there's other parents, just saying, hi, how are you? Maybe you're wearing something, maybe you're carrying a Scentsy bag and somebody happens to notice you, right? Let's see. There's other things that you can do. Like, so do you have your children, do you have neighbors? If you're outside talking to your neighbors, actually having, find something to talk about that's not Scentsy related. Just talking to people, just talking. It's not as hard as you think it is. And just talking to them like, hey, it's such a beautiful day out today. Oh my goodness, I can't believe, look how great it is out today. And I love your flowers that you did outside. Having authentic conversations like that. The girl at the cashier, maybe she's wearing something really nice in her hair. Or you happen to see the same cashier at your bank or wherever you go. And you just happen to know she got her hair cut or something, or she got her hair colored or whatever. And you say, oh my gosh, girl, I really love your hair. It looks so good. The last time I saw you, you must have just recently got it done. And so having authentic conversations opens you up to people opening themselves up to you. When you don't start a conversation, just generally having a conversation by paying somebody a compliment, saying, hey, isn't it beautiful outside today? Being grateful, having a mindset. When you are like that, it attracts people to you, okay? So notice something that maybe they have. Maybe you noticed your neighbor got a new car. Maybe you noticed something else, like a cool item that they have, or that kind of thing, right? Okay, so step 2, find something to say. Starting a conversation doesn't have to be about something special. The goal is to begin a conversation that can steer toward what you do for a living. And it's all about open-end questions. So here are some ways to start a conversation without feeling forced. So talk about general events. So let's say, is this your first time being out at the store since COVID happened? Things like that. So some of the examples they put here is, I wonder when the school festival kicks off this year. Do you happen to know? Or have you heard about what's going on at the school? Those kind of things, right? Share your feelings about something. I don't know about you, but I'm ready for summer. I don't know what to do with my kids now that they're done school permanently till September. Things like that. Share your feelings about, just in a positive way though. Say, I am so happy that I've had the opportunity to work from home since this COVID situation happened. and sharing a positive feeling gets people to open up a little bit more about themselves and having those conversations. Ask for opinion or advice. I need help deciding which necklace I should use, or which shoes I should get, or I'm looking at buying this and I'm looking for your opinions. That's one of my favorite books. How do you like it so far? So when somebody, like, this is great actually having conversations with people even on social media, is like if they post something, you actually should engage in a conversation. If somebody's sharing something like they just bought flowers for the front of their house, those look fantastic. Where did you get them? That's starting a conversation and getting them to tell you how they're getting how that's happening, okay? Comment on a shared situation. So I'm so excited to be doing a virtual yoga class. It's been a while since I've done yoga, and I'm really excited. Ask about their kids or pets. So what a sweet dog. What is his name? So those are some of the things that you can say to start a conversation. So step 3, ask what they do for a living. When it feels natural, ask the other person what they do for a living. You may want to think of some responses to keep the conversation going. For some common professions like a stay-at-home mom, teacher, nurse, that kind of thing, though it's tempting, don't tell them what you do for a living until they ask. So perfect right now is like if you're at the grocery store and you happen to notice the lady in front of you is wearing scrubs, you can ask her like, hi, I notice you're wearing scrubs. Are you a nurse by chance? And if they say yes, and it's like, you know what, thank you for everything that you're doing. Are you working on the front lines with everything going on? It starts a conversation. It's showing that you actually care, and it gets them asking about a little bit about that. And you could say, oh, I've always wanted to be a nurse. But I do my own, I have my own business now, and I'm just so proud of everything you do. And it gives them an opportunity to say, oh, what do you do? Or what's your business? You know, that kind of thing. Make a game of it. Okay. So here's step 4. When they do ask what you do for a living, tell them, I have a fragrance and home decor business. Don't say I sell Scentsy, because you don't just sell Scentsy. You do so much more than just sell Scentsy. Okay. I have a home decor and fragrance business, or I have a fragrance and home decor business. That's what you do, guys. You have a home decor and fragrance business. Home decor, you guys. These are things that we can have in our homes, right? So this response gives enough information to satisfy the question, but it's intriguing enough to encourage the other person to ask you to elaborate. Plus, it doesn't feel awkward or gimmicky or push someone away from the conversation. Trust, this simple response works like magic. People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. So you have to show, and when you're having conversations, as part of this, as building relationships with people, you have to have a caring, considerate, authentic conversation with someone. And it's a lot easier than you think. Okay, so here's some ideas. So scared to start a conversation with someone you've just met? Make it a game. So here are the rules. Be sincere. Be genuinely interested in who you're talking to and what they have to say. Don't say anything about yourself unless they specifically ask you. For example, if they say they have kids, don't start talking about yours unless they ask. Remember, it's about them, not you. Don't mention Scentsy until they ask. This is the hard part. People can spot a pitch a mile away. Trust that what you do for a living will pop up naturally in your conversation. So here's a few things that you can do. You can practice. It can be intimidating to strike up a conversation, but the more you do it, the easier it becomes. Genuinely listen to people, find out their story, and give them the opportunity to show you why Scentsy would be perfect for them. Plant the seed. If you don't offer the opportunity to buy, host, or join, you're doing them a disservice. Scentsy might be exactly what they need to protect their future and provide for their family. Be true to yourself. At Scentsy, we are all about authenticity, so just be you. When you're true to yourself, you don't have to sell anything. Simply share your story. You'll be much more successful when you don't try to be someone else. Okay, so here I'm just going to share a little example of a story. For instance, so like it said, find out their story and give them the opportunity to show you why it would be perfect and plant the seed. So we're always planting seeds. So when you're talking to people and you're asking them to like book a bag party for you or do an online party for you, and they say they can't right now, because they're busy, or they just know that right now nobody can afford the money. So that's a great time to say, well, you know what, I can appreciate that. And that's why I'm so lucky that I have my business right now. If it was not for my Scentsy business, I would be struggling as well. And I'm so grateful that I have this. Scentsy has been so extremely popular since this COVID situation happened. And I am so grateful that I have an online business right now. And leave it there. And then they'll be like, you planted that seed. Now you leave that conversation to them. And they were like, that's amazing. I'm so grateful for you. And it's like, well, if you'd like more information, I can definitely send you some more information. And this is why it's really great. So when you're out and about, you should at least keep a catalog with you. Keep some business cards with you. You can make some samples with your contact information on it. And you can always hand out those things when you're having these conversations. And since he gets brought up into those conversations, you can hand out information to them about the business and about what you do. So when somebody asks you, so what do you do? What do you do for a job? And it's like, well, I have my own home decor and fragrance business. Would you like my business card? And you can pull out a business card. Or would you like a sample? I can do that. If you like more information, if you give me your information, I will send it to you in the mail. And then you can collect their name, their phone number, their mailing address, and you can send them a little package in the mail. But have conversations. Take a look at the guide, read it over for yourself. If you have any questions, you know what to do. So your homework till Monday, so you have the whole weekend to do this. Crazy. And if you're still getting caught up on some of your other tasks, it's a great time to get caught up on the weekend. Tomorrow is a rest day, so yay, so you can get caught up on some of your other assignments. Your other thing you're also going to do is you're going to challenge yourself this weekend to have at least 10 conversations with people. And whether that is a conversation and engaging with them, and that's conversation goes both ways. So you don't just ask a question, they respond, and that's the end of it. That's not how a conversation works. So you want to ask them a question, you want to get a response, then you want to respond. It's like playing tennis, you guys. It's a conversation. You got it back and forth and back and forth. Actually engaging, actually being interested, okay? So you're going to have at least 10 conversations this weekend. Now, they could be over social media. That's fine. Preferably they're like, you're talking to somebody maybe in person. Maybe you're out and about this weekend. Maybe you're out front if the weather's nice this weekend, or you're talking to a neighbor and just reaching out and seeing how they're doing. But have authentic conversations. Stay positive, especially during COVID, because mindset is a huge thing. When we tell ourselves we can't do something, you're right. When you tell yourself you can do something, you're right. But it's a decision. You have to decide to try. You have to decide whether you can or can't, okay? So your homework this weekend is to read the guide, practice, and to have 10 authentic conversations this weekend. You're going to post your results from those conversations this weekend. After you've read the guide, you can comment below, done. You're going to write in your notebook what today's lesson was, what the homework is, and then talk to 10 people. You know what? If it helps you, I'm a tracker. I love writing stuff down because it helps my brain remember stuff. Write down in your notebook the name of the person you talked with. When you're out if you're out at the store and you're talking to somebody and it's like, you're having a conversation and it goes really well, tell them your name. And it's like, you know what? My name is Terri. It was really great talking to you. I'm sorry, what was your name? And you can get their name, and you write their name down in your little notebook. And then post your results. Did you have good conversations with people? Did you meet people that were new? Did you get a chance to share Scentsy with other people? And not in a salesy way, okay? So post your results, okay? Have those 10 conversations, read the book. All right, you guys have a great rest of the day. Tomorrow is rest day. I'm going to post just a little reminder for tomorrow, and watch for our Motivational Sunday. I have a really great video for you guys to watch that changed my whole world when I watched this video. So anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. Have a great weekend. Bye.